I feel like in the Pokemon space, there is a big divide between investing and collecting. When, personally, I don't think there's that much difference, but I don't know, I'm new to the hobby. Hey, I feel like when I buy a Pokemon card, it might go up in value, and people might call that investing if I then sold that, but is my goal to make money and invest? No. So therefore I'm a collector. But I think a lot of the people that call themselves investors are also collectors. They just maybe feel like they're a bit too old to say that they're collecting Pokemon cards. So they're like, no, I'm investing. I'm not 12 years old, I promise. This is a real adult thing to do. But whether you like Pokemon investing content or not, I thought as a collector, is there a way that I can use all these videos that are out there to my advantage? And so I found 5 videos that are predicting what's going to happen this year, 2025, in the Pokemon market. And whatever Pokemon cards they tell me to buy, I'm going to buy. But there is a catch. I have a minimum spend of £500. So if any card is more than that or would break the ceiling, unfortunately, it can't make the list. Now, the first person we're going to get started with had a fucking crazy thumbnail. So I just had to share this with you guys. This was the first video I've ever seen from this guy, and I did watch the whole thing. The guy's kind of crazy.
Bold Pokemon TCG predictions. Will they come true? Let's look at the numbers. Welcome back to everyone. I hope you...
Okay, sorry. So I'm not laughing at him. I love the whiskey with a loose tie and a t-shirt. What a look, dude.
Outside of the Pokemon TCG, but very important, cryptocurrency is going to explode.
Oh, no, he's a crypto guy. Hey, you might be into crypto. The amount of crypto pump and dumps that exist, as soon as I hear someone's into crypto, I instantly feel like they're a dickhead. I'm sorry. Hey, I think that's a lot of people as well, but we're going to skip to where he starts talking about singles.
Singles. We're going to get into singles now, guys, and I need a drink for this one because this is a hefty one. So,
okay. I love the fact that he's drinking during this video and doesn't edit it out. There's no editing, I don't think, but there is editing because it's cut between his. I'm sorry, I'm not meant to critique his video. I'm just meant to buy what he tells me to.
Greninja, the Pizza King, the Crystal Hat,
Greninja, and the Pikachu. I've already got a Pikachu.
Has an unfinished background,
and the Mew. I've already got a Mew.
They will all be above $600 by the end of 2025. The Crystal Ball has spoken.
The crystal ball has spoken. Okay, that's a big claim. Above $600. Where is it at now? Wait, sorry, the Pikachu is basically already there. So the Greninja is around $300. So I actually prepared for this video, and I have my eBay listings ready to go. So this is last sold for this Greninja. It's pretty simple. All I did was type in Greninja 214-167 and go last sold. And as long as you skip any graded cards, you get to see like a variation in all these prices. So 250 seems to be a good price. 290 sometimes it's going for. These are all raw as well, which is crazy. 250, 589 in a PSA 10. But otherwise, 200 seems to be a steal for that. I think anything under 250 would be a good price. And then in this search, I did exactly the same, but I clicked buy it now and sorted by lowest price and postage. And so there's one here, but be warned, Spanish. No, we don't want the Spanish one, thank you. However, we do want, see, this has got 0 bids, or I could just buy it now for 220, which is a really, really good deal. The buy it now price is cheaper than most of the last solds from like the last couple of days, right? I mean, that's crazy. So I'm just going to straight add this to my basket right now. And that's it. £230 we have so far in our basket. And apparently this is going to double in price by the end of the year. It's just a get rich quick scheme, guys. This is just so easy. Why doesn't everyone buy Pokemon cards? All right, now the next person is someone that I actually do watch quite a lot. A fellow UK YouTuber called PokeJace. Now, because they're from the UK, they talk in pounds quite a bit, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy watching them, because I can actually understand what the fuck values he's talking about. Because if you don't know, the UK and the US market, very different. You don't just convert dollars into pounds and then it's the same price. We actually have our own market and prices vary. Sometimes you get a really good deal in comparison. Sometimes you get fucked over in comparison. I use this Poke Investor person to better understand the market for myself. Again, not that I'm investing, just so I'm able to buy Pokemon cards that I like at a better price. Or rather, a good price that I'm not getting like ripped off for. I don't want a repeat of that local game store video. Which I want to say, whilst whilst I'm here, thank you very much for the response on that, guys. A bunch of my videos are doing really well, and I've just started. I thought it was going to be a long time before I got like 1,000 views. We've already hit 100 subscribers. I haven't promoted this anywhere. I've just been posting content, so really appreciate you guys enjoying the content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That actually really helps me out, especially early on. When a channel's huge, it doesn't really matter if you subscribe or not, I'll be honest. But when a channel is starting out, to hit certain milestones unlocks certain things behind the scenes for YouTubers, so it'd be really useful if you subscribed. Thank you. Plug over. Anyway, let's see what PokeJace predicts about the Gengar VMAX.
I'm talking about one card today, and of course with the rise of the Fusion Strike booster boxes, let's talk about the Gengar OR VMAX. Now, this one has been doing very well. Of course, with the booster boxes, this is now a over $500 card.
Yeah, so if you don't know, Fusion Strike, which is the set that this Gengar comes from, has like quadrupled in price. It was available for a long time on the Pokemon Center UK site, but sold out in the US. And eventually it sold out in the UK, which meant that the price skyrocketed. I think it's like $400 a booster box now. So Fusion Strike's doing big numbers. And Gengar is like the biggest card of the set, so that will do big numbers along with it, right? And again, when I say doing big numbers, I don't personally care about the investing part. I don't own this card. I'm not looking at it in terms of, do I want to make money from this? I'm looking at it in terms of, when is a good time to buy this card, right? Like, obviously it's surging in price now. If the booster box is completely sold out, maybe this is going to be the cheapest it will be for the foreseeable future, right? Especially with, as you see here, it's kind of leveled out a bit. If it's settling at this price, it probably is only going to go up, which isn't a reason to invest in the card, but it is a reason if you're like not wanting to spend £1,000 on this card and you'd prefer to spend less, then maybe now would be a good time to buy, is what I'm saying. This is not an invest. None of this should be investing. I don't agree with the investment part. I just want to make that very clear to people watching. I think you buy Pokemon cards because you think they're cool. I don't think you buy Pokemon cards because you want to pay off your mortgage later in life. I think that's crazy.
But I think this one, by the end of this year, I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say that it's going to follow suit with the booster boxes. I think it's actually probably going to surpass the booster boxes.
Surpass the booster box?
$800 to $1,000 card by the end of the year.
Oh, so? That is a big call. $800 to $1,000, and it is currently $500. So close to double is PokeJace's prediction. Now, I went to have a look and see last sold on this card on eBay, and this price, £360, pretty good. 400 raw, not bad. But then as you scroll down more and more, you're seeing 450, 480. But then occasionally you're getting a 350 in there. So there are chances to pick this up for quite cheap. However, when I say quite cheap, I mean in comparison to the US price, and also in comparison to what it's available to buy now, which the cheapest here is $600, which doesn't make sense to me. It's only really available for about £500. And with my budget for today's video, we will not be buying this today, as it would eat all of our budget. It's worth looking at in this video, though, because at the end of the year, I'm going to see how accurate all of these predictions were. And if this does hit $1,000 by the end of the year, then, hey, PokeJace, great prediction. The rest of the cards in this video, I will be purchasing, don't worry. It was just that one I had to mention, but we'll move on to Zen Force TCG. Now, I came across their channel, and as you can see, they're a pretty small channel. But they did a really sick video where they went across every single set from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and did like a little table which came up with the market price for the top 10 cards in their set, and then what Zen's personal picks were, and they highlighted them. And this made me aware of some really cool cards that he thinks are undervalued and I think look sick, like the Scizor.
At the current price is this Scizor still. Again, kind of difficult to grade a lot of these Obsidian Flames cards from what I can tell. Scizor was like a $3 card last year. 97% in the last 3 months, 75.
See, this kind of stuff, when they're looking at the stocks and stuff, they kind of lose me. But the art on this Scizor looks amazing. This will be the first pickup from them. And I was having a look at last sold, and this is what I was talking about, where the market is so very different from UK to US. Like, dollar price is market is $7.65, but then last solds here are going for like £7. But pounds doesn't convert 1-to-1 to dollars, so we're paying a lot more for this Scizor than the US are. Like, look, £12 plus they got it from the States, so £10 postage. is crazy. £23 for a card that is worth $7 is insane. But luckily, I don't need to pay that because there is a pre-owned from Singapore for some reason. But it is in English, right? Is this a fake card? Oh, it does look scuffed there, right? That's a scuff on it. Hey, we don't deal with scuffs in here. Okay, looks like I'm paying closer. Oh wait, no, this is one. This one. This one looks better, right? Now ignore the dust, because that's definitely on top of the top loader. Is that a dink or is that dust? Oh, here we go. Out of everything, and it's looking pretty clean. Oh, but there is some whitening on the corners, you can see here. Yeah, lightly played. Excellent. It is excellent condition. See, that's what I mean. I'm going to have to go for one of these £10 cards. And I'm paying £10 for a card that's $7. Just because the UK market's different. And this only has one picture? Bro, I ain't buying that. The whitening's crazy on some of these. See, this one looks good. And it's £12, bro. But it does look in great condition. It's a little bit bent, but I can't tell if that is the like curvature of the card or not. And there is a little bit of marking down here. But I think that's okay. There's like the tiniest bit of whitening on those corners. That one's bad. I don't think this is a 10, but it's really good condition. I think this might be the best looking one. Is that a print line? Maybe it's not. Is it? Is that what he's showing? All I'm seeing is the sheen. I can see something there, but I'm not sure if that's an actual blemish on the card, you know? Because the back looks clean and the front looks really good. But either way, you know what? I'll pay £12 for this. We get free postage as well. It's basically like £2 postage, right? And then the next card that he mentioned was from Twilight Masquerade. And there was only one card that he recommended, and it was the Eevee.
I did put the highlight as the EVIR. I think Eevee is like, and evolutions are pretty much bulletproof at this point. Even at $65, if you could get this thing at like $55, I think it's a great buy.
Dude, look at the artwork. The artwork in this one's crazy. I think he was about to say the same thing. Wait.
Artwork is incredible.
Yeah, okay. Even investors appreciate the cards. That's kind of what I'm saying, right? Aren't we all investing? You know, he's buying the cards because he likes to look at the cards. He likes Pokemon. See, we're the same. That's what I guess I'm trying to do with this video. We're passing the two sides of the war, realizing we are the same. And so, having a look at Eevee, we have last sold anywhere from £40. Even, wait, a Gem Mint 9? I guess 9s in Modern are basically like raw cards, right? Because of how recent these cards came out. But we're looking, it's like a £50 card. Oh, and we have a couple here. This one is our cheapest card here. But it's not a good picture of the card. And again, you can't tell if that's got to be on the top loader, right? Let's have a look at the back of the card. There's slight whitening, but this card looks so good. What about this one? What's the condition looking like? It's on a grey carpet, so it's actually kind of hard to see the edges, but I'm seeing no blemishes. That's definitely a hair, right? Going up there. They got cat hair, I think, on the carpet. And the corners are looking pretty good. Okay, I think this one is being added to the basket. Eevee investment secured. Okay, this next prediction is actually less about the card specifically and more about the set in general. We're talking about Crown Zenith. And everyone is saying that in the same way Evolving Skies is going through the roof right now, that Crown Zenith is a better set. It's just way more readily available. As soon as the supply starts to dry up for Crown Zenith, these Pokemon card prices are going to go through the roof. Which, again, reiterating, I'm not saying buy a shit ton of it and invest and then sell it later for fucking stonks. I'm saying if you like the look of these cards, which if you're new coming into the scene of Pokemon like me, and you're seeing some of the artworks that are in Crown Zenith, this is probably the time to get them for the cheapest that they're going to be for the foreseeable future, because Crown Zenith is only going to dry up from here on out. They're not making any more, right? They're not reprinting it. And there is a lot of product out there, but there won't be forever. And so, one of the cards that I want to pick up is something that Trevor TCG talked about in their Crown Zenith is getting expensive, best investments going into 2025 video.
Next up is a card that I feel like still has really good potential to possibly take over the #1 spot on this list, and it's the Mewtwo V-Star. This is by far my favorite card in this set, and it has been ever since it was released. I'm
I'm not sure it's my favorite card in the set because the gold cards, the Arceus and the Giratina, are so... There's like no other card like them in Pokemon. They're amazing. But there is a specific reason why this Mewtwo card is amazing, and it's the Charizard that's in the background. And Trevor's going to talk about it, so we'll let Trevor talk about it.
Price of this card has just been growing like crazy. The PSA 10s have been going up like crazy as well. Its counterpart Charizard card has been doing pretty good as of late as well. It definitely...
That's the reason for me, is the fact that there's you can get a card from the other POV of it. That is insane. Also insane that the Charizard is the cheaper of the two. Now, I do understand this is a promo card, so it's not as rare, but I think it's equally as wanted, especially getting the pair of them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I am going to be buying the Mewtwo Galarian Gallery number 44, but raw, which is going for like £70 here, £90 here, which is crazy. Look at that comparison. $88, but it's going for £90. Okay, this is more like it, around £60. Damn, a Beckett Black Label for £700. So we're looking for around, I was going to say around £70 for this Mewtwo V-Star. And we've got 3 near mints here, but I'm going to take a look at this. Pikinko, is that how you say their name? Just because if they've put their name next to the card, you know that it's their picture, right? Which definitely adds to it. But also, it makes me feel like they're a real person, you know? They're not just like a drop shipper or some shit. And this card looks clean. Wait, what? There's no whitening on any of the corners. The front looks amazing. Adding that to the basket right now. Now let's get the counterpart, the Charizard, which is actually going somewhere between £20 and then this is a £10. But I'm assuming this was like bad condition. Because yeah, this one's 30 with £15 shipping. This one's 30. This one's 20. But again, comparing that to the price here, 24 USD, and it's going for about £24, which is crazy. But let's see what we can get it for. These two look exactly the same. Okay, here is someone that has put their little logo in. This is a future note for me, because I think I'm going to sell cards in the future on eBay. Putting your logo definitely makes me more likely to buy your single card, it seems. Although not if it's got a bits of wear and tear. You can see the whitening on like all the corners and the sides. Not for me. Okay, this one is looking okay. Can we see... there's no whitening on the back. Looks pretty good. Even that corner's kind of like straightened out instead of rounded out. There's like slight... Oh, the centering. I didn't even pick up on the centering. This is thick as hell on the left. I've been ignoring the centering on some of these. Hopefully, the ones that I'm picking up that I picked up before this were actually okay. I think I'm just going to have to accept that the centering is going to be off. The centering on the front actually doesn't look too bad. It's just the back that affects it. And otherwise, the condition seems pretty good. So I will add this card to the basket. And the final video that I want us to watch today is actually from a channel called Pokebeard. They're the biggest channel that we're going to talk about today. And technically, they didn't do a predicting the future video, but I still wanted to talk about them and buy some cards that they recommended because I think their channel is underrated and you guys should check it out. They upload pretty much daily, and I think they're the perfect example of like the meld between investing and collecting, where they're talking about prices of cards in terms of because you'd like to buy them in the same way that I've been talking about in this video. So if that's interesting to you, go and check them out. But we're going to be looking at a couple of cards that they recommended in their Pokemon Investing January 2025 video.
Next, we have the Gyarados EX Secret Rare from XY Breakpoint.
Yo.
In my opinion, these are the most underrated cards in all of Pokemon right now.
The fact that like tag team cards and stuff have been going crazy, but this card with a shiny Gyarados and a Greninja and a Manaphy all on the same card isn't like going through the roof, is a little bit insane.
I honestly feel like they beat a lot of Sword and Shield alternate arts, and I think they beat a lot of special illustration rares. But the Gyarados EX, you can find it all day for like probably like $60 for like super clean, to be honest. We got sales all over on TCG Player around $50. But we got a handful of these cards. I mean, look at the Alakazam here with the Umbreon and a Lugia.
Dude, you couldn't pick... I mean, unless there was a Trico on here, like 3 Pokemon that I like the most. I know they're fucking normie-ass picks, right? Everyone loves Lugia and Umbreon and Alakazam. but this card artwork is fucking insane. So I saw these two cards, and I had never seen them before, and was blown away. And this honestly inspired me to do this whole video because I really want to buy these cards. I don't care if they're like go up in value over the next year. But I was confused when I searched this, because if you have a look at the prices that they're going for, Pokebeard says $60 for this Gyarados, and then you look, £20 last sold, and then £90 last sold. What? It doesn't make any sense to me, because this is superbly low and this is insanely high. Is one of these fake or a different language? Okay, it is kind of beat up. Okay, wait, maybe I'm a fool. I was looking at this like it was a really good quality card. It's not a good quality card. Okay, we need a good quality card. Maybe a lot of you guys were screaming at your screens then, like, bro, you're an idiot. It's because they're not mint. I've realized, okay, I'm leaving this in. Lesser YouTubers would cut this out of their videos, but I'm an idiot and I'm learning on the way along with you guys, right? See, lightly played, that's not what we want. I think for this, we're going to have to go best matched. We don't want lowest because we actually want a good quality Gyarados. Is there a way? There's a way to only search for mint, right? Near mint or better. See, this card looks okay. A little bit of whitening. You know what? I'll take that. I think that's a good card. I will add that to my basket. And I'm aware that a lot of these I could be making offers to them. I make a ton of offers on eBay. I have a gripe with it, and I just think, rather than saving a couple of pounds, I can save myself 30 seconds of my life and not have to worry or think about making them an offer. Okay, now the Alakazam. We're looking at around £30, I think, would be the max that I'd want to go on this. £30. Let's check this out. Okay, well, the centering is really bad. Look at that top to bottom ratio. That is not good. Sorry, did you just show me the back of the fucking sleeve? This is not helpful. You fool. Oh, and the back looks awful. This is not near mint. Okay, hey, maybe £30 is a bad cut-off. Maybe it has to be 40. But this, the back has some whitening. Oh, and there's some divots in the card. Oh, damn, that really sucks. What's this one looking like? A blurry-ass photo? Okay, it's not a good start. But sometimes photos on eBay, if they're blurry, people avoid them. But you could get a secret little cushy deal here. I think the damage on the top of the card looks bad. See, this one looks okay. I mean, there is a lot of whitening. You know what? Honestly, this blurry one, even with those marks at the top, that might be the best looking one we've seen. I might pick it up. I'm going to do the blurry gambit, see if it pays off. All right, I'm picking it up for 50 quid, which feels bad considering it's selling for that in dollars. But hey, the Alakazam art is pretty sick. I'm just after cool cards. All right, let's have a look at our basket after all of that. Holy shit. It is £10 over my price. I'm paying £30 in postage. I'm going to not count that to my total, which means we are directly under what I set out for this video. You might also be wondering, hey, how are you able to spend £500? You spent £120 on a short the other day. You spent £1,000 on a Pokemon collection. I don't think that video's out yet, but regardless, I don't have a lot of money. I'm going crazy and all in on this Pokemon stuff because I like it so much. So please subscribe. Please let these videos maybe make some money so I can start feeling less guilty about all the money that I'm spending here. And so that's it. Order confirmed. I've ordered all the cards. It's going to take about 2 weeks for them to get here, so I'm just going to post a video rather than waiting for the cards to come in. I might do a short about going through them, so stick around if you want to see that. And I'll probably grade some of them, which will be fun as well. So stick around for future grading videos. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please, it's useful for me. Goodbye.